Olympic tennis doubles champion Todd Woodbridge has qualified for his first singles final of the year. The Aussie knocking four-seed Marcelo Rios out of the Canadian Open semi-finals. Woodbridge, in the far court here, there you can see him, has won 8 doubles titles this year, but he wasted no time going solo against Rios, taking the first set to love. The second set not quite as straightforward, Rios twice breaking Woodbridge early, but the Aussie fighting back. He'll meet South Africa's Wayne Ferreira in the final. A win will earn him $364,000. A 1-2 result for Australia at the World Triathlon Championships in the United States. Jackie Gallagher taking the women's title, Emma Carney second. Carney led after the swim and bike legs, Gallagher making her move in the run, beating Carney by 53 seconds. Great Britain's Simon Lessing winning the men's title, Greg Bennett the best placed Aussie in fourth. Our biggest hope, Brad Bevan, forced to withdraw during the cycle leg. Australia has won its first and only gold medal on the last day of the World Junior Athletics Championships. In fact, it's been our best day yet. 6 medals in all, the final haul, a record 10.
Rated at just an outside chance, Western Australian pole vaulter Paul Burgess has surprised his rivals, climbing to his personal best, 5.35 metres.
Wasn't he delighted, the young Australian, just 16 years of age?
The 16-year-old is our first gold medalist at the championship, being held at the Homebush site. The teenager spurred on by his home crowd, no doubt thinking of doing it all again on the same track in 4 years' time at the Sydney Olympics. In the men's shot put, a pair to be proud of, Justin Anlazark and Clay Cross taking silver and bronze respectively. Bronze also to Stephen Medeo in the javelin.
First round, and that's a good throw from Medeo.
And if that wasn't enough, more medals. Again bronze in the men's 4x100 and women's 4x400 metres relay. The haul of 10 medals, our best ever, and a sign of great things to come.
To rugby union, and New Zealand has wrapped up its first ever series win against the Springboks in South Africa. The All Blacks taking a 2-0 lead in the 3-test series with a hard-fought 6-point win. All Black Jeff Wilson scoring 2 classy tries, taking his team to the break, leading 21-11. But the Springboks came storming back after it. The restart, their power making this try look easy. But as South Africa threatened to level the series 1-1, Zinzan Brook dug deep, landing this huge field goal. It's a happy man. With the first season fast slipping away, more frustration for the English cricket team. At the end of day 3 in the 3rd test, Pakistan is 13 runs ahead. The visitors 4 for 339. Opener Saeed Anwar has continued to dominate, taking his tally to 176 and being given a pat on the back by Dominic Cork. This wasn't taken too kindly in the Pakistan dressing rooms. Cork later forced to apologise, but rain shortening the day's play to just over a session, making it virtually impossible for England to win. Still to come on Sports Tonight, our player of the day and the inspiration behind one very special Paralympian. Welcome back. The 1996 Paralympics have brought us many inspirational moments, but for one man, 23-year-old Tony Volpentest, it's the realisation of a dream. The 100 and 200 metre world record holder may pave the way to a time where all athletes are measured by ability rather than disability.
If you can dream it, you can achieve it.
Tony Volpentest is a big dreamer who's achieved plenty in his 23 years. Despite being born without arms below the elbow and without both feet, Volpentest has earned the distinction of being the world's fastest amputee sprinter.
I've had the fortune to have been born without hands and feet. And the reason I say that is because I think it's a little more difficult for an amputee who had the hand or the foot or the leg or the arm and then lost it, because they know what they're missing. And I've grown up my whole life thinking that I'm not missing anything.
Before Volpentest began setting world records on the track, he literally had to walk before he ran, a feat that doctors warned Bill and Betty Volpentest might never happen. At 18 months, Tony proved him wrong right before his mother's eyes.
She actually was the one that saw my very first steps, and she called my dad, he was in the Coast Guard, and said, we have a miracle in our living room. And then Dad came home and he got the camera all set up and got the pictures.
Betty called one day and she said, honey, you're not going to believe this. And so when I got home, I took the film.
It would be the first few seconds of a highlight reel that's yet to be completed. The 1992 Barcelona Paralympics was Volpintest's coming out party. 2 gold medals and 2 world records. This week in Atlanta, Volpintest has already won gold and bested his own world mark in the 100 meters. He'll look to do the same Sunday in the 200. Credit Tony's tenacity and advances in prosthesis technology for his success.
They're now lighter. I get quicker response out of them, and that allows my coach to make my workload a lot harder. And it's because of that workload that I'm able to go faster. So one helps the other.
Every day I go out there, I see something different. And it just amazes me. I think, oh, I've seen it all. And then Tony will pull something else out, and I'll just go, I haven't seen it all. And that's the exciting thing. You know, the next 4 years going into Sydney, I'm sure there's going to be another 100 times where I'm going to go, I think I've seen it all, but maybe I haven't.
Volpintest, whose world record times rival those set by Olympic athletes, envisions a day when able-bodied and disabled athletes compete in the same games.
I don't know if it's necessarily going to be me, but I think one day, maybe in 30, 40 years, I think you're going to see an amputee come up to the line with all the other great sprinters in the world, and it's just going to be one race.
If Tony Volpintest can dream it, you can bet someone will achieve it. Mark?
Now it's time for our play of the day, and we head back to Brookvale Oval and a reluctant Sea Eagle. Matthew Ridge saving his best to last, his final game at Brookvale, and displaying incredible skills. First the grubber kick and then the improvisation as he sets up Danny Moore for the try. Ridge scored 30 points today, but it was this freakish kick which earns our play of the day.
Gets his foot to the ball.
And just before we leave you tonight, some more good news from Aussies overseas. Our netballers have beaten New Zealand in the World Youth Cup final in Canada, and Victoria's Chad Meek has won the World Marathon Kayak Championship in Sweden. I'm Leith Mulligan. Tim Webster will be back tomorrow with another edition of Sports Tonight. For now, good night.